This could be awkward. Oof. She just kept staring at me. She was looking at me, making me feel all funny inside. So I did it. I'm sorry. I just had to. I bought a new bike.
Traitor! No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Let me tell you about my Friday. I got up with every intention to just make a moto vlog. It was going to be easy, simple. Got out on my bike. I started talking about how I like the sound of 4 cylinders. I rode over to some local dealerships. I thought, this will make a good video. I'll be able to ride around. I'll look at some bikes and it'll make good content. But then the dealer kind of pissed me off. 2 of them, in fact. So next thing I know, I'm getting in my car. All right, so this morning I went to 2 dealerships to look at bikes and they completely ignored me. So I'm gonna go to the place where I bought all my other bikes and see how they treat me. So, more later. Get in my car, drive 90 miles to the Peoria dealership, go there, and I asked to test ride a Ninja 1000. Here's how that went.
Yeah, take your first spin, man.
All right, thank you very much.
Come back here when you get done.
Sure will. Thank you. All right, guys, so this is a Ninja 1000. I already love the sound. Feels about the same, honestly. Riding position. But for the love of Jeremiah. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. It's basically got the same lines. The mirrors are a little bit further out, I think. This is kind of a real pale green silver. It's a very cool color, actually. Now that I'm up close to it, I didn't like it when I saw it online, but I kind of like it. It's got ABS standard. It's got all kinds of cool safety features. I don't know, man. This is going to be pretty hard to say no to. I think Stormtrooper would go really good right there. What do you think?
Yeah. You know, sometimes, guys, you just get a wild hair up your ass and you just gotta go with it. So I did. I got back from the test ride. I just was in love with this bike. My wife was with me. We discussed it, and next thing I know, I'm trading in my Ninja 650 for this beautiful Ninja 1000. It's got the same lines. I know this doesn't make it any better. I feel guilty, like I'm alienating a lot of you by doing this, and I really did not intend to do it this quickly. But after a bunch of negotiating, we got the deal done. I brought it home yesterday, and I just love it. So hopefully I don't make too many of you irritated, but the rest, going forward, this channel is going to be about this bike. I will do a full review on it coming up in the next week or so, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to leave you with kind of an introduction to the bike, my first kind of moto vlog on the bike. So let me know what you think. Or let me know what you don't think. I don't care. Have a good one, guys.
There she is. Let's take her for a spin. But extremely awesome. This is the 2018 Ninja 1000. And I still can't believe I have this bike. It happened so fast. Ugh, I'm not even sure how it happened. I went out for a ride on my 650, innocent enough. Had a couple dealerships really kind of piss me off. And next thing I know, I drove 180 miles and came home with a Ninja 1000. This bike is amazing in so many ways though. And that's even acknowledging I stand by everything I said about the 650. But this bike is so much more in every way. I mean, I can't even get my head wrapped around how much power this bike has. It's just instantaneous power. Pretty amazing power delivery. Very smooth is what I would say. Very little vibration. And it's just got that silky 4-cylinder sound that I just love so much. It is really pretty cool. So some of the things that this bike has that the 650 doesn't. It's got ABS, but it's also got an inertia monitoring system, or it's an IMU. It's got power modes. It's got traction control. Oh shit, the cat almost died. I don't know how well this thing ramps off of cats yet. This thing is a little more comfortable. I think the seating position is basically the same, but you are definitely higher. It's a wider seat. I don't know if it's that much taller than the 650, but your legs are spread apart further. So I'll be honest with you, like when I'm backing up and stuff, I'm almost on my tippy toes. I mean, I can flat foot. My feet are flat on the ground right now, but not as flat, or my knees are pretty much straight out right now. Basically the same dashboard. I mean, honestly, when you just look down, you wouldn't even hardly know you're on a different bike, other than just the raw power that you have at your fingertips. It's pretty amazing. It's I mean, it's got a couple extra things. I mean, it shows your power mode and your traction control settings. It's got an outside temperature reading. It says it's 74 degrees right now. I'd buy that. It's pretty cool today. Less wind in the face though. I will tell you this thing just cuts into the wind. You don't get near as pushed around on this bike. Of course, it's quite a bit heavier, probably 100 pounds more weight. So it's not the lightest bike, but it's still pretty flicky when you get into turns. So Still haven't worked out shifting that well on this bike. But yeah, it is super windy today, like 30-40 mile an hour gusts. But yeah, I mean, the bike is extremely comfortable. It's just in a different class, I think, altogether. It's just feels more solid. It's just, I mean, the 650 is so good. It's really hard to, I'm not trying to knock the 650 in any way. It was just, this bike just feels like a lot more bike. And I think it really is, honestly. It's, I haven't really got on it yet. It's still in the break-in period. I've only got a little over 100 miles on it. I took it out and rode with my wife this morning, and so much more comfortable two up. And the rear spring preload adjuster, which is so easy to get to, is genius. I wish more bikes had that. No spanners or anything. You don't have to take the bike apart. You just turn a knob and you can adjust the preload, which makes a huge difference when you're riding two up. Man, I can't believe the wind. It is really windy. But yeah, ride's really smooth. It doesn't chug at all. When, I mean, I could be in 6th gear going 30 miles an hour and it's still pretty smooth. It's just amazing the power you feel when you twist on the throttle a little bit. I mean, it just goes right now. I mean, that's what I thought about the 650 too, but I mean, it's not even close to this. So mirrors are really good. I'll do a full review. This is really just an introduction to the new bike. This is kind of awkward. I really was not intending to buy a bike, but I did. So I will continue my adventures on this bike instead of the 650. This is a silver. I think we can it's only what I really like about it, they don't put any stickers on this bike. I had to peel off all kinds of stickers on the white one because I just didn't like the green. I'm not a big fan of green is my favorite color, honestly, but I just don't like that lime green that Kawasaki has. Actually, the new green that they have on the European model is pretty amazing. If they would have had that over here, I probably would have went for that, but this is not that popular of a bike in the United States from what I can gather. I mean, you know, there's definitely a few people who have them, but really popular in India. And look at all the white caps on the river. That hardly ever happens around here. That just tells you how windy it is. But anyway, guys, I hope you like it. I love it. This was kind of my end game. I wasn't intending to get to a 4-cylinder for another year, but I knew all along. I mean, I've said it enough in the previous videos that I always just really like the sound of a 4-cylinder, and this really delivers in that department. It's got a real deep, I don't know if it comes across on the video, but it's got a real deep growl to it. But that uniquely 4-cylinder sound that these bikes have, kind of like the Super Sports. And this has got pretty much all the power of a Super Sport in an upright position. It's basically the 650 on steroids, with some really neat safety features, which I'm all for. But I realize it's out of reach for a lot of people. It retails at $12,199, but if you look around, you can get this bike for right around $10,000 brand new. I don't have any idea what the used ones are going for. And frankly, they gave me a pretty good deal on my Ninja 650, so for me, it was like a no-brainer. And the fact that I can, much easier for me to take my wife out riding with me now, I think it was a good purchase for me. But I intend to, I've already ordered a tail eliminator for it, a new smoked windshield. The seat I just bought for the 650 I returned. So anyway, hopefully I don't lose too many of you in the process, but this is my only bike, and this is the bike that I will be making the channel around from here on out, so more to come for sure. So hopefully you guys stay tuned, but until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching.